What's good, guys? I guess this is going to be the start of a jumbled mess of a series here where I document my work on my Del Sol. This is my Del Sol. It's been sitting here rotting for a while now. It's got the D15 V7 in it, but not for too long now because I'm going to be putting my brother's H22 that he bought, I don't know, a decade ago. And right now I'm just working on removing the valves here, but I've been cleaning all the parts, storing them, and yeah, I guess this will just be the start of my documentation. I've got parts just laying around. I've been cleaning up these ones because it's just been sitting in a garage for so long, collecting dust and dirt, and boxes upon boxes of parts for it. I'm gonna have to get the crankshaft for it, which I think is back at his house, but I'll have to buy all new pistons and rods because those are missing. It's just a sneak peek F22 that he's gonna build. But yeah, I've been getting to work right here, and it's really hard to do without this tool right here. It's like 20 bucks off like Amazon or something. It's like made in China. It's like cheaply made, but it does the job just fine. And I'm sure there's videos all over YouTube that like show how to do this, but I'm just gonna do a quick recap here. This little piece right here goes like right on the valve, and this bolt goes right in here. Well, something stupid just happened. So since this thing was like, I guess, so cheaply made, and these bolts that came with it, they're supposed to go in here, just aren't quite long enough. And I drilled it in, and they pulled like 1 or 2 threads out of each of these holes, which I don't think it'll be a problem later, but I can't obviously use these to get these valves out, so I'm gonna head over to Ace Hardware and get some longer ones. All right, I'm back after this blew up in my face from Ace Hardware, and these are the old ones, and these are the new ones. Considerably longer, should be work just fine to get this done. All right, I didn't record it. I'll try to record an example in a second, but what I did for this one was I used this to compress it about like halfway or whatever. I flipped the head on its side, and then I took a socket like that, wrapped it with a shirt so it wouldn't, I guess, scratch the valve or anything. Then I took this mallet right here, and I very carefully tapped it to where the valve broke loose, and the little pin things came out, and they fell in there, but I used my magnet to pull them out. So I'll try to show in a second. So you can see I got the spring compressed a little bit, so the valve's sticking out a little bit. I got the socket between the shirt between the socket. Hey guys, I'm just gonna chime in here. So this was my first attempt doing this, so like, you know, I've never done it before or anything. But this is stupid because I don't need the socket or the shirt or anything. I don't know what I was thinking. All you need is the rubber mallet, and you just tap the valve out. That's what I did for the rest of this, and it was really easy. There we go. So I'm decompressing the spring now. The pin, you can see the pins are already out, and they're just gonna be sitting in the bottom. Now we can pull this out. Use my magnet. Well, we can just pull the valve out real quick. The valve spring. And this is an H22, so it's got 2 springs in it. And then just look for them, probably in there somewhere. Oh, I guess this valve's coming out. Oh, okay. So, one of them, this little pin thing right here, fell through one of the holes down there and onto the floor, which is fine. Set that carefully right there. You don't want to lose these. These are pretty important, and they're pretty small, but I'm keeping them right there. Actually, no, let's just put it in the bag. And then the other one, I can see it is in there. Boom, got it. So you want to keep those in a safe spot. I'm keeping them in a Ziploc bag over there. And so yeah, that's how you take out the valve springs, and the valves will just pull right out the other side when you're done. So just a quick recap. this part makes it very easy to do this, but the issue that I encountered, which if any of you uses this part in the future or tool, you might encounter this issue as well. The bolts that come with it that are supposed to mount it to the head come like really short, and only about like 2 of the threads are actually in the head. So, and I actually stripped the holes a little bit from I think right here and here, but there's still plenty of thread left in it, so I think it'll be just fine. But it could have been a lot worse. So I went to Ace Hardware. I brought this with me, and I showed the guy there, and I was like, I need this but longer, and so he found me this, and I was like, that's perfect. So I got 2 of those, and yeah, then that makes the job just way easier. And this is definitely a huge help. Just have a magnet with you, because if you don't, it's gonna be so much harder. If one of the pins is like inside the head somewhere, it just makes it easier. Alright, time for the valves to come out. Alright, and so each one, and of course there's intake and exhaust valves, so you want to make sure that you have a separate bag for each valve, just for organization. Valves come out just like that. So as you can see right here, let's block out the sun a little bit. Pretty dirty, kinda, but and the exhaust ones look just like that. I'm gonna let these soak overnight, and I'm gonna clean them up real good, and I'll show what they look like afterwards. And I guess just for reference, that's what the exhaust ones look like. I'm gonna put these in their own bags, corresponding bags. All right, I'm back. It's been like 2 or 3 days now, because I just got busy after 24 hours. I used Purple Power, mixed it with some water, and I've just been soaking them ever since. And let's see what these look like. Let me just grab one out here. Looks like, yeah, it's like falling right off, so it's doing exactly what I want it to do. So I'll pull all these out and scrub them off. All right, new idea. Scrubbing it after soaking them didn't really work too well. I don't know what I was thinking there. So I looked it up on how to do it pretty easily, and the video showed me to use a drill and a scuff pad, and just put the scuff pad on there and then just like drill it, and then like it'll scuff the carbon off of it. So let's see if that works. All right, here goes nothing. Alright, it's doing a decent enough job here. Not sure if the camera will show it, but a lot of the carbon is coming off, so. The battery on the drill died, so I'll have to take a long break now. But I guess it's the perfect time to give like a comparison. So on the left is what I was doing with the scuff pad, and you can see pretty clearly the difference. It's not perfect, but I mean, I'm not expecting perfect here. I just want to get all that like extra carbon off. And on the top, like, it's just, you know, some brief scuffing. There's not a whole lot I'm able to do here. I might be able to get something to treat them with, but I don't think I really need to. So yeah, I'll get all of these done, and that's all I got for today.